Bushmaster Feeding and Bushmaster Breeding. Fangs in your face, it's coming up. Hey Venom Squad, as always, before we get this rolling, hey, this video today is dedicated to one of the Venom Squad, and his name is Phil Cammarata and his dad. Phil's dad was just diagnosed with cancer, and Phil and his dad enjoy watching our videos together, and they find joy in it. I mean, and to me, to be able to make somebody happy, especially if they're sick and they're battling cancer, it makes me feel good to know that they enjoy my videos. But Venom Squad, let's get behind Phil and his dad right now. They can use our support, and I'm gonna tell you, in a world right now, especially in our country, full of hate right now, we need each other. We need each other's support, and I don't care what it is. If it's just a sending prayers and a thank you. But Phil's dad is in a battle right now, and Venom Squad, let's let him know he ain't alone. Hey, everybody that leaves a comment after this video, do me a favor for Phil's dad. Hey, put a hashtag in there, share the pain. Hashtag Phil's dad. Let's get behind this guy. But Phil Cammarata, this is for you and your dad. We'll share your pain, brother. And I want to send a big thank you. I've got so many supporters now, and it makes us feel great. And let me tell you, Andrew Vislaki, thank you, brother. Steven Stewart. Steven is a constant with us, and we love you, Steven. Thank you so much. Dan McCarty. Dan's an OG of the channel. Thank you, Dan, so much. And Dan, I'll get with you on your request. We're going to do a video coming up here soon, an update on the baby rattlesnakes and some update on things we've been doing here at Venomcentral. You can see we got some new caging, and I've moved a lot of animals out of the grow out tubs into bigger things, but we'll go over all that in another video. And Sean Black, Sean, thank you, bro. I mean, repetitive. I mean, you guys are always there for me, and I truly and deeply appreciate it. But guys, let's get behind Phil and his dad. Hashtag share the pain. Hashtag Phil's dad. Let's show him that he's not alone, and we're there for him. Hey crew, today, this is kind of a special episode, but I'm gonna tell you, now some of this footage, we've got some fangs in your face coming, okay? We fed a bunch of our yearling Bushmasters, and I've never fed them with the VenomCAM, because they were always just too small, but they're already, they're 30 inches, and we're just getting ready to move them into the next size tub, the next size grow out tub. But so we did some feeding with them, and we got some really good shots with these little guys. I mean, they are just ferocious. But I'm going to share some of my Bushmaster stuff with you guys today. I breed Bushmasters just about every year, and and I keep a lot of this stuff pretty tight to my chest when it comes to the Lechisa stuff. But some of this footage I shot with my cell phone, okay, because I caught it in the middle of the night. Me just going in, leaving the house, going into the snake house and checking on things, and and I always take my phone with me, and I just happened to catch it, and so I just started videoing it. But I've caught some breeding behavior on film, and it's something that you just don't get to see too often. I've only seen it several times in all the years I've been working with Bushmasters. And what's even rarer to see is Bushmasters copulating. I mean, we just done a video on, on hemipenes and the lock and key system, why some hybrids work, why some don't. And it's just interesting stuff. And to me, it's like, this is what I love, is reproducing the Bushmasters. But and we're going to show you a batch of eggs, and we've got more eggs coming, and we're going to show you babies hatching, all in future videos. But this video is about Bushmaster breeding behavior, Bushmasters actually breeding. And now I've shot this video over, it's been this season, this is over the past 3 or 4 months, okay? Like I said, everything with Bushmasters is very slow, except their growth rate and their strike. And these are just little clips that I've been shooting for my log, you know, because I go back to this stuff. I'm making a full-length video on Bushmasters, and I'm also making, we're writing a scientific paper on it. And but anyways, I think you guys are going to enjoy it, and I want to share it with the Venom Squad, but it ain't going to be a Venomcentral video without some fangs in your face, and it's coming, guys. So hang in there, enjoy it. You don't really get to see this kind of stuff too often. It's just not caught on camera too often, and I'm just diligent about trying to catch this stuff. So I get up in the middle of the night and I go in the Bushmaster room and I check on things. I check temperatures and humidity and all my stuff, but I'm a little OCD about it. But I got lucky and I caught both the breeding behavior and the actual copulation this season. I caught it with 2 different females and 2 different males, but we're going to show you some. So hang in there, guys, and we're going to have some fun, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. This is Lachesis stenophrys. Now, this is pre-breeding behavior, and you can tell which one's the male. He's the very active one. And what he's doing is, we call it scale rasping. He'll rub his body next to hers. I mean, kind of rubbing it up and down and side to side. See how he's doing that right there? I call that scale rasping. He's trying to stimulate her. And this is kind of what happens before breeding takes place. He's trying to cue her into breeding. He's trying to stimulate her. So they do this with their rough scales. This is what I believe, because he'll do this for a couple hours. He'll rasp her on her sides, and he'll rub up next to her and push her, and he's trying to get her to comply. And I've seen this in Melanosophila, and I've seen this in stenophrys. See how he's pushing his body next to hers? And it actually turned damn near violent here soon, where he'll be doing it really quick and violently, and he'll be moving a lot faster, and he's trying to stimulate her into copulation. It's interesting behavior. I've seen this maybe 5 or 6 times. I've seen it in Melanosophila, and I've seen it in stenophrys. I've never seen this in Lachesis muta yet. But it's just one of the little interesting things that breeding Bushmasters do that you really don't get to see too often. Unless you work with them like I do and you spend a lot of time with them. And notice she's kind of just frozen in place. And because I have the lights on in here, and I'm probably spooking her a little bit, but he doesn't seem to mind. She's definitely pheromonic, and he's going for it. So he's doing his job. And he's a breeder. He's proven breeder 3 years now, and so is she. But he's going for it. But we're going to back out of here and give these to their privacy. This activity usually takes place in the dark. So just to log a little bit of this behavior. Pretty cool stuff. See how he's rubbing her back and forth. He's trying to stimulate her. That's really cool, isn't it? There he goes. You'll see him kind of even roll on his side. I've seen him go as far as turning almost upside down and rubbing on him. He's trying to use them rough scales on his back to stimulate her. Well, we're going to back out of here and let these guys have the dark, have the night. Okay, so you guys have seen some breeding behavior. Now, I've seen this several times, and it's fun to catch it, you know, but you notice how that male, I mean, I've seen them get brutal. I mean, they get brutal, and that's why if you make the mistake of putting a male that's a little bit too big in with a female, or if a female's not receptive to a male, and you lock them in a small cage where that female don't have room to get away from him, he'll kill her. I mean, it turns brutal. but they do this scale rasping and they rub them, and they try to use them rough scales to stimulate that female in the copulation. But that's just a small example of it. I've seen it way crazier before, but I never was able to get it on film. But that's the breeding behavior. Now I'm going to show you the goal after that. When you see that, you know this is coming. I'm going to show you copulation, okay? Bushmasters actually in the deed, okay? So hang in there, that's coming next. This is Lachesis tenophrys copulating. And we're just trying to log some of this behavior. And it's a real treat to get this on film, guys. You don't see this too often. You don't get to catch it. It usually happens under the cloak of darkness and wee hours of the morning. And right there is the proof. That is copulation, successful breeding. And that's the male doing them little jerking movements. And I got to be extra careful here, and because I don't want him to get real defensive and shoot out here and take a poke at me. But we're just gonna shoot this real quick just for our log. And we're gonna share it with you guys. And I don't share a lot of my Bushmaster stuff, but for the Venom Squad, we're going to show you guys the Bushmasters Breeding. Okay guys, you've seen the courtship, you've seen the actual copulation, and of course, the next step is this, the eggs. Cool, right? And the exciting part of this is, this ain't going to be the only clutch. We're expecting a couple more. So we're going full on with it this year. We're going to try to get as many gravid females as we can. I've got 2 females that have actually copulated. One's laid eggs. We're waiting on another batch of eggs. So it's going to be a good year. And I'll tell you now hatching Bushmaster eggs, and we'll do a video when they hatch. If you guys haven't seen it, you can go back to one of the really old videos from last season of baby Bushmasters hatching. But we didn't have the good camera setups and all that stuff. But this year, when they start hatching, as soon as that first one pips, we're setting the camera up on time lapse, and we're gonna get the whole thing. So we have the technology. So this year it'd be an actual really good video. And hopefully we get to do it 2 to 3 times this year. But let me tell you guys, but it'll be a while. Let me tell you, because Bushmaster eggs take forever to hatch. I mean, they're not like your regular snake egg that can go, 50, 60 days. They're slow, okay? I mean, I've had them go anywhere from 77 days. I've had black-headed Bushmasters go to 109 days, and that's running them at a constant temperature. And there's tricks to hatching Bushmaster eggs because they're easy to lose, but those we hold kind of tight right here. But last year we got 100% hatch rate, and this year I'm pretty positive we'll do the same. I've got a good system to hatch baby Bushmasters out, and it works. It's been proven several years in a row. But anyways, guys, hang in there, and we're gonna get with the Fangs in your face action. We're gonna feed some of the last year's babies, and I hope you enjoy it. Hey guys, we're gonna buzz through and feed some of our last year's hatchlings, and we're gonna do a VenomCAM feeding with these little squirts. Well, they're actually grown quite significantly here lately, but cause this will be probably their last feed in these tubs. They're getting ready to get moved out of here and bumped up to the next size tub. You can see we keep our baby Lachesis very simple. Nice little flat high box. They can get up in there and feel secure. Nice deep round dish water bowl and newspaper. Newspaper's sterile. It's the best substrate in the world for raising Bushmasters. But we're going to show you the feeding response of some of these guys on the VenomCAM. We haven't done any of these on the VenomCAM yet. They've been just too small. But we decided to go ahead and do it one last time in these tubs and see how it turns out. And
We have to do them one at a time and turn the camera off, let it cool off, let the lights cool off, and buzz through them. But you can get a look at just how beautiful and how big they're getting. And this is the ultimate goal, to reproduce these things. This is what we study. This is what we thrive to do, is reproduce Bushmasters. And we've already got a lot of animals bred, eggs. We're waiting on stuff to lay more eggs, and we're hoping to produce at least 20 to 30 more of these this year, which we'll get it. We've got some really close. We'll show you some breeding activity. We're going to show you some copulation. We're going to show you some eggs, and ultimately in the next few months here, we'll show you eggs hatching and new babies. That's what we do. But look at this little gem. Already a 30-inch snake, and locked and loaded. But we're going to go ahead and start this little feeding video for y'all. Hang in there. Okay guys, we're going to feed some of our last year's babies here with the VenomCAM. Oh, that is cool behavior. That's thermal bobbing right there, guys. That's what I'm always talking about. Oh, nice strike, little buddy. That's a good boy. This is one of my little males. These guys have grown so much over the past year. They're not even a year old yet, but we're getting ready for more eggs and more eggs to hatch, and so these guys are getting ready to get moved out of these little grow out tubs into the next size tub. So we've got a bunch of them to buzz through tonight, but this wouldn't be a Venomcentral video without some VenomCAM action. So we're going to feed some of our up and comers today. And you can see where this little squirt is. He is already dead focused on a heat signature, and he's gonna start zoning in. Oh, that's the way to hit it, buddy. Just like your daddy. Good boy. And this is the ultimate goal, guys. To reproduce what you're working on. And for us, it's our passion are the Bushmasters. And we've bred them a bunch of times, and we've done it again. But these are just some of last year's babies, and it's just amazing the growth rate. They grow rather quickly, and everything about Lachesis is slow except the way they grow. They grow just crazy fast. But we're gonna move on and feed a couple more for you. And you can see this little gal here. As soon as you pop the lids off of these things, they're up there ready to rock and roll. Oh, that's the way to do it. And look at that, even at this size, they've got them little eye shields that come up, and that little protective scale that comes up and protects their eyeball from a scratching or a biting rodent. They're just a miracle of nature, these things. They're such a fascinating snake. Lachesis stenophrys. I can't wait till the next batch of eggs hatch. I love raising little babies. They're so much fun. Look at the fangs on this guy. Look at the fangs. Look at that. At that size, they got massive fangs. Look, there's already blood coming out of there. They're just crazy, crazy dangerous snakes. They're really neat though. I love these little things. I love the big ones. All right, enjoy your meal there, little girl. Oh! You know, it takes a while to do these little ones on the VenomCAM. Well, it takes a while to do the Bushmasters, period. You know, because you guys, I have to let the VenomCAM cool off in between feedings. I have to turn the lights off to let them cool down in between feedings, because Bushmasters are so heat sensitive. Everything that they do is heat driven. I mean, if the lights are warmer than that rat, if the camera is warmer than that rat, guess what? They're going after the camera, or they're going after the rat. So everything's got to be just at the perfect temperature to get this footage for you guys and to get a successful strike. Oh, look at him gumming it. Come on, get over there. And we've been working so hard, guys. We're getting ready to move all these babies out of these tubs and put them into the next size tubs. The next size grow out tubs, because you know we're getting ready for new babies to arrive already here. So I'm going to need all these tubs for the brand new hatchlings that'll be coming in the next couple of months. Now we're going to feed a few more. Talk about a little heat-seeking missile, huh? Unbelievable. These things are just so heat-driven. What a little monster. What a cool snake. And everybody's thinking, well, oh my God, you keep them in this little tiny tub and nothing but a water bowl. Let me tell you, I've removed their hide boxes so we can do the VenomCAM shots, guys, so we can actually see the animal, because they would just grab it and pull it right back in their hide box. But these tubs, this is the last feeding for these guys in these tubs. They're getting moved out because I've got new babies coming, and they'll go into these tubs, and these little babies are going into the next size grow out tub, which I'll show you guys in a future video. And I'm going to show you guys in some upcoming stuff here. We just moved a lot of animals out of our grow out tubs into new big vision caging. That's just how I raise things. I raise them, and everything goes in stages. But that's the ultimate goal right there, is to reproduce what you're working with and to do it successfully year after year. Now, I mean, I put so much hard work into this, guys. I mean, this is 20 years in the making, you know, of studying these animals and working with them and breeding them and trial and error, you know. And so it's just a lot of work that goes into this. And people don't understand why I don't tell everybody how to breed them and what's my secret. And you know what my secret is? Hard work, dedication, and 20 years of experience working with lechisis, and 37 years of total experience working with venomous. But look at that snake. He's already gumming it down. He's gonna walk them big fangs and drag that right down into his throat. Now, we're gonna take this light off of him and let him eat. See how far he'll come up for it. Oh! I mean, that's half of his body up off the ground. on, guys. That's just how dead set they are on catching their prey. That was a good one. Alright, buddy. Get back in your tub. There you go. Enjoy your mouse.
Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Anyways, hey guys, let's get behind Phil and his dad. Hashtag share the pain. Hashtag Phil's dad. Let's show him some love, Venom Squad. This is Willie checking out. Later.